everybody. Thanks for joining us today on Fashion Mingle on our live networking session. And so today what we're going to do is we're going to bring you all over to the to be live on video. So please turn your video on so that we can see your face and we can make connections. We want you to introduce yourself, tell us about your business, and then share something that you're looking for, something that you need to promote, or ask a question for all of, so we've got our panelists here that are experts in so many areas, but also other members who are attending today are experts in their area. So we will get started. And then definitely, let me also just like make sure we got the chat working. I know last time that wasn't working, but okay, you can start posting links to your business in the chat or links to your Instagram so that people can connect with you. We want everybody to try and follow each other on Instagram so we can all grow our following. Thank you, Dee, for popping in. How are you?
Good.
So,
happy birthday, Melissa.
Oh, thank you. It was my birthday on Sunday.
Oh,
Yes,
happy birthday.
Thank you.
You get the good weather birthday.
Yeah, it actually was pretty nice. Okay, I just actually promote to panelists. Eleanor, I just accidentally muted you, so please unmute yourself. Okay, I'm going to move on over, but let's go ahead and I will introduce our panelists, our mastermind team. Tell us what you're looking for or what you would like to promote or any questions that you would like to put out into the universe and get some feedback. So Shireen, would you like to start?
Thanks, Melissa. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to be here as always. I am Shireen, and I am the founder of Rockamova Law. My handle on Instagram is the Brand Law Mama, and basically I am here to help anyone that has any legal or business questions and basically helping them build, grow, and protect their brand. So everything from contracts to business setup, intellectual property, trademarks, logos, copyrights, any of those questions, happy to help in any way that I can.
Is there anything that you're looking for your business or anything you want to promote?
Well, actually, now that you mention it, we are working on, I've been working with a few other experts on creating basically a brand building blueprint, and that's going to be launched very soon. So stay tuned for more information on that. And we are really excited because that's basically going to give you all the answers that you're going to need to help you set up your business for success. And it's going to be incredibly cost effective. So I'm sure most people are going to be shocked at how inexpensive it will be to really help you set it up for success. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, it is really important to work with a coach if you can, or you know, follow some kind of process to get your brand started, because it's very hard to keep yourself focused on all the different things you need to take care of. So Dee, would you like to go next?
Yeah, my name is Dee Rivera. Most of you know me. I am the CEO of DCG Media Group. My Instagram is DCG Public Relations, and we focus on advertising, branding, and media relations. And so if you are wanting to get your brand out there to TV segments nationwide, or do billboards, or actually do digital print for magazines such as Condé Nast, we have access to all of that. Right now we are working on a couple of projects. As you know, Melissa, we are planning Hamptons Fashion Week. I just got back from the Hamptons yesterday. So we have some exciting news for that we're going to reveal by the end of May. And then we have Times Square Fashion Week, which Melissa, you know about that, and that'll be September 12th. And so we're excited. We have a lot of great things happening on our side.
So are you currently taking applications for designers? Should people reach out to you?
Yeah,
for
so
that?
if you are, thank you, Melissa. If you are a designer or a brand that is wanting to either get yourself out there in the Hamptons target audience or New York City, what we're calling this time around, Melissa, we're doing the I Love New York collection because we're really trying to resurrect fashion designers in New York City and really embrace New York now that it's opening. I've been planning this since January. And now, thank God, things are opening up and they're giving everybody the yay. We could do a live event. So thank God we've been with the permit office because they have been bombarded. So I've been talking to them since January.
Oh man,
And
that's
they were like, oh, you have time. I was like, no, I don't, because this is going to open up. And so
Yeah.
he's like, well, I don't know. I said, I know. So anyway,
good.
but I'm excited. We have some really great things happening. And Melissa, I know that you had referred an amazing girl. Her name is Miracle Espinal. She's
Oh,
here. So
yep,
she'll be
she's on
featuring-
today.
Yeah, so she'll be
Oh, good.
featuring for us this summer.
Oh, awesome. That's great. That's great news.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Okay. Okay, Kat, would you like to go next?
Oh yeah. Hi everyone. It wouldn't be Friday without Mastermind.
I know.
It's just like become this regular thing that I so look forward to, and it just kind of helps me put a button on the week and focus what I need to do for the weekend, and also where it's kind of like going to confession. Where am I at? What have I done wrong? What have I done right? And I'm really looking forward to bringing back Runway The Real Way, the brunch. So I'm going to do some scouting next week on places to have it. And hiTechMODA is going into season 6, and we signed the contracts for the Edison Ballroom. So that's going to be our new place that we're going to be doing it. And I'm calling it Lights Up, the Theater of Fashion. So I'm looking for a big opening Broadway through the decades. And I'm going to do a kind of a real Broadway opening. So I'm looking for dancers and collaborators and singers, and it's going to be, because I've been in New York 45 years. I've seen it through a lot, and I know it's going to come back. And Lights Up means the lights are back on Broadway. And so I want to collaborate with my Broadway audiences, and I have a lot of history with the Edison myself. My boyfriend was in O Calcutta. And so it's just nice to be back there. It's a beautiful jewel box. And so I'm excited about that. And, there are just so many things on the horizon now that I'm vaccinated. I feel like bionic.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, it does give you a sense of comfort that we're vaccinated. I'm flying to Austin tomorrow. And the last time I flew, I brought COVID home and was sick for 3 weeks. So I am looking forward to going to Austin and safely returning. I'll still be cautious though, because I'm a little bit still paranoid. But going to see the family, and my parents are vaccinated now, so that's a huge relief. So
that'll be fun. Happy Mother's Day, Melissa.
Yes, happy Mother's Day to all the
Mother's Day,
mothers
Serene.
on here too. That's a big day for us to get a little extra love.
Or sleep, maybe.
Or sleep. Yeah, that's true.
Or treats.
Well, let's start bringing on our members. Please turn on your video if you'd like me to call on you. Let's start with Hilary. Would you like to go next?
Sure. Thanks, Melissa. Hi, nice to be back here on a Friday. My name is Hilary Jockmans. I'm a consultant based in Washington, D.C., and I'm the founder of Politically in Fashion, which is an accessible community for all those in the fashion industry to learn about and engage in legislative and regulatory issues that are important to the fashion industry. So I invite all of you to check out our website, politicallyinfashion.com, or follow us on Twitter and Instagram at Politically in Fashion to learn a little bit more about the initiatives we're working on. And I'd love to hear from folks on this call about issues that you think are important to your business specifically and to the industry as a whole. So feel free to send me an email, Hilary, 1L, Hilary at politicallyinfashion.com.
And I love having you join us so often, Hilary, because I think, you know, understanding the politics behind fashion industry policy is really important. And we like to think of our participation in the fashion industry as fun and glamorous and on the creative side, but policy in Washington does affect our industry, and we need to be more educated on those issues.
Absolutely. Thank you, Melissa. And I understand your birthday was Sunday?
Yes, it was.
So was mine. I'm a May 2nd
No
baby.
way!
Yes.
Aw,
Yeah, so it was a good day, a nice Sunday celebration. So happy
well,
birthday.
happy birthday. That's nice. It is like it's a crazy birthday time because it's my mom was born on my birthday.
Wow.
And then my husband's birthday is today, actually. So all morning I've been making a cake, and I have all afternoon when I have to cook for him and all that, because I have this special thing I make for him. But then it's also Sunny's birthday, who was on last week, who's on the Fashion Mingle team. We just got so many birthdays this month. It's crazy. And then Mother's Day on top of that. So
Busy time. So
lots of present buying.
thank you for having me on today, and I'll put my contact information in the chat here.
Please do. And would you mind giving us an update? I know last month you had the big campaign on the letter that you were sending to the FTC. Is there anything you can share with us about that, about next steps you're planning?
Sure. Where the letter was sent yesterday. So
Oh, okay.
right here. Yep, and you can find it on our website and on social. The letter, just quickly, was to the Federal Trade Commission asking them to update the green guides, which are federal regulations dealing with fair and accurate environmental claims that people make about their products. And we were saying that it's time to take a look at these and update them, because it's been 9 years. And so stay tuned. We'll be announcing some new initiatives soon on follow up with that and other ways that you can get involved in Drive and others. So stay tuned.
Awesome.
May I chime in a little bit?
Please
Just
do.
a little side joke. Well, if you have initiative regarding hemp clothing, then you can get Snoop Dogg to be involved, because he invests in all area, and he actually has a PAC committee for hemp, anything related to edible hemp, anything. So, you know, you can get him to be a spokesperson.
He has a
And
PAC?
donate, huh?
He has a political action committee?
He has a lobby group. Yeah, he invests in all stages of supply chain of of cannabis. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything
also,
related.
yeah.
And
It's
he has
legal now.
and he has a venture firm called Casa Verde. That fun. Yeah.
Greenhouse, yeah.
Well, that's hemp is a real interesting conversation. I actually talked to my state assemblywoman about it a few years ago. She was making this presentation about the laws that were changing in New York to allow our farmers to grow hemp. And apparently, when we decided that we couldn't grow anything related to marijuana plants, that killed a very good hemp industry that was in the United States. And so since the 60s, because of that, we have been importing ropes all of these years. Like for 60 years, we've been importing rope instead of making it ourselves, simply because we don't want to go
Melissa, we need another mastermind on hemp. So
yeah, but I mean, but it's really sad how sometimes our policy is actually hurting us more than it's helping us, because we've lost that whole industry. So where I happen to live, which is upstate New York, we have beautiful agriculture area here, and it's a prime area to grow hemp because of our soil. So so we're hoping to see opportunities for our farmers to get into an industry that will come back. So
Well,
it's
I mean, it's sustainable, right? So once you
yeah,
it's sustainable fashion. Once you finish wearing it, you can smoke it.
yeah.
So it's
Well,
all end to end.
we've got our expert sustainable fashion member on here, Jennifer Woodson. So hopefully, if we can get you, Jennifer, to turn on your video, maybe you can talk to us about what you know about hemp. Let's pop over to Glenn. Hi, Glenn. How are you?
Hi, so I can chime in quickly about hemp.
Okay.
Actually, one thing I'm working with a company called Hemp, which is a wool hemp blended yarn that's going to be completely domestic. So we're really excited about that. We're getting some funding. Hemp that is grown for textiles is not the same hemp that you smoke. Sorry for those of you
Well,
who
that's too bad. Then that's too bad.
Not the
I mean,
same.
something needs to be done about that. But
well, I think it's okay. But there are plenty of other places that it can be used. It's used in bedding for animals, and hempcrete is something that's getting really big in terms of construction. So yeah, it's actually really exciting to be seeing this come back, because Melissa, you made a really good point that it was taken away. The industry was kind of killed through legislation. But a lot of people now are pushing for more natural fiber, especially everything that we're seeing with fiber shedding and, what's going to landfills. So if you can have something more natural, consumers are pushing for that. So yeah, I'm excited to see where Hemp goes. So if you guys want to follow along, there's I don't think she has an Instagram yet, but
Okay.
it's on LinkedIn and everything. So it's SHEMP.
We'll invite her to next month. We're going to have the first Monday of every month. I mean, the first Friday of every month. So maybe invite her to the next one so she can tell us.
It's the first Friday of every month. A hemp mastermind dedicated.
Probably not.
No, I'm just kidding.
Every time, maybe just occasionally.
Yeah, but it'll be good to get her on. Everything's based on the East Coast, so we're working with spinners. The wool would be coming from Montana, and then we have some places that are doing that are growing the hemp. So yeah, it's exciting to see this pick back up.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is great. Well, Jennifer, since you're on right now, why don't you go ahead and formally introduce yourself, tell us about your business, and then share resource that you need or something you'd like to promote.
Yeah, so my name's Jennifer Woodson. I am a textile developer focused on materials for performance and lifestyle, and also focused on sustainable initiatives for material production. So I work a lot with mills on what their sustainability claims are and making sure that the brand or retailer is making an honest and transparent claim to their consumer. So really digging into the details, and later this month, we have our mastermind where I'll kind of go into that some more. So yeah, right now, really just focused on, if there's people who need that kind of help in terms of textile development or looking at the quality of the materials, understanding what the specifications are based on end use. Those are all things that I can dig into, and then looking into the sustainability claims. So if anyone has questions or wants to talk about that, please reach out. JMW Textiles is the company that I have. Instagram at JMW Textiles, Facebook, and then website jmwtextiles.com.
Great. And we are going to have Jennifer's one of our VIP members, and so we're doing a mastermind featuring her on May 21st, and it's going to be about everything that she does to, I'm going to blank on how to say it correctly. Validate. That's the right.
I knew that's the word you were looking for.
That's the word I was looking for. So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a really great opportunity for everybody to understand really in depth how that industry works. So thank you so much for doing that with us. Let's see. Okay, so Glenn, are you ready to share?
Yeah,
Absolutely. Good morning, everyone. Early happy Mother's Day to those moms and everyone else, to your moms. I'm based in Los Angeles. I am a sustainable business consultant. I work with brands only that are in the sustainable area. I used to be in fast fashion and with big brands, like all the major brands, all the major retailers. I've worked with everybody, 40 years of experience. So right now I really have taken my business down to be micro compared to where it used to be, but I can work from home. I can choose who I want to work with, and I can try and have people pivot to sustainable business practices. And I try and get them on the SDG goals, which are by 2030, but I'm trying to pivot them within a year or two, because you can do it. And I've done it with brands already. So if anyone interested in changing their business model to sustainability, that's kind of what I'm looking to meet more people in that are like-minded. We're also looking for pop-ups and shows in sustainable only. And I've got a lot of people asking me when it's going to open up, because there was a rumor that LA was going to have a show in June, that now it's moved to August in person. And then really New York, we were planning September for shows or anything we were doing. But there are about 40 different sustainable brands that work within the group that I work with that are all looking for opportunities. We did a pop-up last weekend and did really well, by the way, and Abbott Kinney's opened up finally. So they're busy back pre-COVID sales, just for an FYI. So it is starting to happen in LA. We're at the yellow tier. So this weekend, I think all the bars are open, and I guess all the cops will be on the streets again, watching what people are doing. But it is picking up business-wise. So that's a positive.
That's wonderful. Yeah, I know you've been working the LA area and inviting a lot of people, you know, in the industry to join Fashion Mingle. So we really appreciate that. And, you know, let's think about something we can do on Mastermind that would really shine a light on what LA has to offer. I know they have such a great manufacturing center, lots of good sourcing for textiles. So send us some ideas.
Actually,
Glenn, do you do you consider high upcycle fashion within the sustainable category?
Yes, I work with people to do upcycle, recycle, whatever they do. It's, you know, regenerated. And also I'm a design background, so I can actually, I work with FITM and Woodbury, and I try and guide their students in a sustainable way from the beginning, either in business or in design.
So,
that
I
they
have
think about the next life of
I
everything.
have a friend who's doing a upcycle, or I think fashion platform, or a remake, upcycle, remake, and
Right.
they are putting together a digital fashion show for upcycle, a
Yeah,
virtual fashion.
Remake's a really good organization. We do work with them and affiliate with them. There's something called, I don't know if any of you have seen these completely digital shows, which is kind of what you do in your clothing. Fake Movement, which is a vegan movement. So people have to be 100% vegan only to be part of that. They're doing a digital show on the 15th, 14th or 15th. I've got to look it up. But it's all like in a virtual space, which I believe one of you did a virtual show like that.
Oh yeah. I did a San Francisco Fashion Week. Yeah.
Right. So they're doing one that's coming up that could be interesting. It's the first one we've done that's fully digital. So we have to see how it works, because I mean, all this, you know, but in person, people seem to be interested in getting back to in person. So that's going to be good. But there are truly no 100% sustainable shows. The only one, there was one in LA that's had one show last year, and then COVID hit. So we're kind of looking for other events that are just fully sustainable. And actually, Kat, we were part of the Selena Slapateria issue and event. so I'm well aware of that whole thing with Lablico, which are really good platform, you know, but we're still trying to find what actually happened. So trying to like the follow-up was hard to address afterwards. I don't know how it went because people who were supposed to go didn't go, and so I don't have a full read on it. I'd love to just sidebar with you sometime, because it's something that we were thinking would be great for LA as well. But you know, it's I think with Andrea being involved, I think that's going to be good. The Canvas is always a good platform for New York for events or whatever, or small pop-ups, but we don't have the equivalent in LA. It seems like New York does better. First, except we need the sustainable show. So we need.
Yeah, Kat, you're on mute.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, are you on the email list of New York Fair Trade Coalition?
I do get stuff from a lot of different people. But I know Andrea from events that we've been on together, or platforms like Impact Fashion. So, but I really, you know, to find kind of what's currently going on. I mean, everyone's just opening up, so I'm always on the lookout for it. And I'd be interested in reaching out about the shows that I planned, Dee and Kat as well.
Yeah, I'll contact you directly.
Thank you.
Okay. I'll email you.
Yeah, and just being on that email list of the New York Fair Trade Coalition, because they're so busy with all different things all the time. So it's just great, you know, even if you're not in New York, it's just great to see what they're doing, because it can help you get ideas, but also Andrea is just, you know, super helpful. And they also have a WhatsApp group where and I think you probably have to be a member of the coalition, but it's pretty cheap. And the WhatsApp group is super active, and they're from everywhere. It's not just New York, right? Don't you think, Kat?
Oh yeah, it's. I mean, I put all my requests up there, and you know, whatever. But I've been. I want to go to the Reuters Sustainable Conference in June. So that's a really good one. I don't know if you know about that, Glynis, but the Reuters I mean, they are the creme de la creme. It's amazing. So I want to tell you about that. So maybe we can dovetail, because it's a lot to cover. I have a pass for it, and I don't know if I can get to everything.
Yeah. So those of us who joined us recently, if you'd like to introduce yourself and tell us what you're doing or what you're looking for, please turn on your video, and then I'll call on you. Glynis, would you like to go next?
She did.
Hi, Melissa.
Hi. Thanks.
I am Glynis. I know there's a Glyn in here as well.
Oh,
hello. Nice to meet you. I've only ever met one other Glynis my entire life.
Well, and two, let's actually all say where we're from, because I think that would help with making connections, because we know Glenn's in LA and O is in San Francisco, but Glynis, you're in Canada, right?
Yes, that's right. I'm in Vancouver, actually. Yay.
Yeah. Now we've got a client in Toronto, and they said Toronto is shut down, and it's been shut down for a while. Is Vancouver shut down?
We're not in full lockdown as they are, but we are still under restrictions. There is no like in-restaurant dining. There's only takeout, like no, you know, group fitness activities. That sort of thing. They're encouraging us to stay at home as much as possible, and no traveling, even within our region, or crossing with like into other provinces. So yeah, we're still under that. And I mean, unfortunately, cases is still kind of high for us right now. So
well, hopefully things will improve soon. So tell us about your business.
Yeah, it's so great to be part of Fashion Mingle. I'm an apparel business consultant and SEO specialist with 20 years fashion industry experience. I worked in the industry for large brands like Club Monaco and Reebok, as well as running my own clothing design company for over a decade. Right now, I help new brands, emerging designers launch and grow and scale their businesses. I also do search engine optimizations for fashion companies, because after the pandemic started, a lot of people were just sort of panicking and going online, especially people who are doing a lot of like those in-person type shows. And they were just like, oh my God, what do I do now? I haven't touched my website in 2 years. So I really saw the opportunity to help people that way because I have my fashion background. So really my niche is fashion companies. I love helping fashion designers and fashion entrepreneurs. And really just talking about the hemp clothing. It's funny because I have a podcast, right, called Chase Your Dreams. And I interviewed Stella Caracassi. Not sure if you all know who she is, but she's actually the first company in the US to develop and market a line of sportswear completely made from hemp.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So she was the first company US to do that. And I interviewed her on my podcast. If you guys want to check that out and listen to the interview, the challenges that she had to overcome to getting her clothing made. She had to actually go to China to get her hemp.
Everybody does, right? I mean, no, I'm just kidding. Just saying, I wonder when you're sweating, would you smell bad? Because you're sport clothing, you sweat into a hemp. How does that work? How did they? I should have joined your podcast. Yeah.
Oh, those are comedic relief just for.
No, I'm starting. I'm launching my career as a comedian.
He's a stand-up comedian.
That's right. I mean, the old grandma, from getting punched to comedic trail.
Well, Glennis, you should share the link to where we can find your podcast in the chat. Okay, would love to.
Absolutely.
Would love to. And then you also regularly do workshops. Do you have a workshop coming up that you'd like to tell us about?
I do actually. I have one on product development, which I'm running on May 18th. So anyone who's in process of launching or who run a clothing business, who do cut and sew fashion, that's really where my expertise is because I worked in technical design and product development most of my life. So I'm going to be teaching all the stages from, how to get your ideas from design to production. So that I'm going to be running a workshop on. It's free. It's on May 18th. So I will pop in the link for the registration. You can register for that. Awesome. And find me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram handle as well. And love to just connect with everybody because that's what's so great about this event and why I love Fashion Mingle so much is the connections that I make.
That's great. That's in time. I'm going to sign up. Yeah, I'm going to sign up. My edible hemp lingerie is starting. So, and it doesn't have to last that long and it doesn't have to fit. Right? This is like the perfect. And then you know what? I'm opening the brand new market. I'm opening to sell lingerie to men. It's a brand new market.
I thought you were doing 3D.
That too. I mean, I'm all for,
So tell us about, you've had a lot of exciting PR opportunities going on lately. So tell us where Ozone is right now. You're based in San Francisco.
Yes, I'm based in San Francisco. I'm a 3D fashion company, startup. I've been working on this. I spent 24 women's year with my co-founder to develop this technology. And we had 2 patents and 2 coming, 2 pending. And we are trying to help small, medium-sized fashion brand transition to e-commerce and increase sales, lower return, and be more sustainable with 3D fashion and basically get their start building their fundamental for the next wave of all the AR, VR, and digital fashion with NFT, right? So I mean, fashion are going to be wear differently, and the world are changing. And I don't want the small, medium-sized brand to be left behind. So that's where we are. We recently got retail tech, top fashion tech of the year 2021. We also were top 200 fashion company for Tommy Hilfiger Fashion Frontier Challenge, the sustainability challenge. And we recently got press release by Vogue, you know, coverage, spotlight by Vogue Business. So that was really nice. And I did a crazy thing last week from the, you know, my advisor said, oh, you know, you have to capitalize on your Vogue article. It was really, you know, it took us a really long time to even get feature. And so I grabbed 4,500 lists from somewhere. One of the female founder group I belong to have 4,500 PR, you know, press journalist. I blast out an email. Interesting enough, I got respond by 5.
Oh, that's not bad
Right.
at all.
No, that's not
Listen,
bad.
pretty good.
One from the Guardian, one from Forbes neuroscience. They want to do a neuroscience study, and
Nice.
yeah. So a few other ones. Now I'm like, shoot, what should I do now? They asked me to say something different. I'm like, I don't have anything to say differently. So
I'm
right, but
sure there's something. Well, maybe you need to have a call with Dee, who can help you like pull out some different spins you can do on your story, because I mean that's what they want, something new that, you know, media outlets don't want to, like, you know, cover the
repeat,
things.
the repeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been
So,
talking to Dee. Yeah, I've been asking Dee for. She gave me, like, you know, snippet of advice, which I, you know, took my take on it, and, you know, try to spin a different way. But yeah, that was fun. But I'm here to basically mention that I will be giving a talk on. It's just a conversation talk on 3D fashion, facts and fiction. And that would be done in collaboration with Fashion Incubator San Francisco. And
okay.
it's to, you know, a nonprofit. They are trying to, you know, get some funding. So I'm gonna copy and paste the stuff in here, and you're welcome to come, you know, hear our talk, and then, you know, you can ask me any technical question. You know, yeah, I've been 30 years of a technologist in 3D computer graphics. So you ask me anything, I'll tell you like it is. You know,
Well,
no bar holes.
I know it may sound intimidating to our designers that are on today, to get into something like 3D, but you know, it is one of the ways that you can make your brand more sustainable. And O has demoed her what she does on Masterminds in the past, and she's also demoed it to me personally. And I was really impressed with the offerings that you have, and also just, you know, how it's not as intimidating as what you think, you know. So I think small and medium-sized brands should learn more about it. And you can actually go to the Fashion Mingle YouTube page, and you can find the video where demoed her work for us.
And yeah, I'm gonna copy and paste out one more link, which is the our world premiere of Striptease of a briefcase. So if you haven't been Striptease before by a briefcase, now's your chance.
Okay, well, sounds like so well, let's go to Miracles, who has the most beautiful name. You win the award today for prettiest name.
Thank you. Hi. Sorry that you're on my camera a little late. Today's the only time that I wasn't camera ready. I'm like, I get camera ready every time.
You look beautiful.
You never have to turn on the camera. Well, I got ready in the meantime.
Okay.
But hello, everyone. My name is Miracles Aspinall. I'm currently a student at LIM. I'm studying business of fashion. I started my company, Crystal Glam by Miracles, during the pandemic, because I was out of work and I'm a workaholic. I couldn't just be home doing anything. It actually started out as a hobby. I bling high-end accessories. I started out with sunglasses, microphones, headphones, and then I went into masks. And, you know, it's been, you know, it was very, you know, I was very successful. I just continued working. You know, it's just like boom, 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 right? One order after another order after another order. Where, like, honestly, I didn't even have a room to breathe. Like, I wanted to, for like Christmas, I was going to open up like an Etsy store, but honestly, I had so many custom orders that there was no way that I was able to make anything extra. You know,
Wow, good for
I'm not
you.
complaining. I'm not complaining.
Congratulations.
But thank you. But as I was saying, like I never even like had a chance to like do like I mean, like I wrote all everything, all my sales down. So like, but I never even wrote like a business plan or anything, because I just started it as a hobby, and I just continued working all the time, and I never even had like the room to breathe. And then when it finally like slowed down a little, I was like, okay, I have to like get my paperwork in order and you know, get it legit. And
yeah, for sure.
so I was just like a little lost, like how to go about doing this. And so that's why I decided to go back to school. So now, you know, I'm in school. I just finished my spring semester. So I'm just right now going to try to apply everything that I learned to try to legalize my business, you know, get the name, incorporate myself.
Okay.
And actually my school held the contest, it's called Pitch Live, where we pitched our idea to judge panelists. And actually, oh my God, that you mentioned this. I won third place. So
wow, congratulations.
thank you. So I'm excited about that too. I have this guy, what's his name? Nick Amarudo. He's gonna be my mentor. To have my first meeting with him. But the lady that won the first place, she does the 3D. She's a tech pack for 3D designs. So I was like, oh my God, I got to give her O's information so they can connect. So I wrote it down to give it to her.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, also keep in mind, if you need any advice about getting your business legally set up, Sharon is our resident fashion and business lawyer. If you have any questions, you know, you can ask them now or follow up with her by email.
Yeah, I wrote down her information. And I'm going to be interning with Dee over the summer, helping out with Hampton Fashion Week in Times Square. So I'm excited about that, because I'm hoping that by next year I can present for Hampton Fashion Week.
Awesome. That's exciting. Well, I know you'll have a good time working with Dee this summer. It's very exciting to get to start working on things that are live and in person.
Yes.
Very cool. Okay, let's go to Renuka. Renuka, this is like the first time you've joined us on Fashion Mingle on our Mastermind. Thank you so much. I've known you for years.
Thank you. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you so much for the opportunity. With some of you, I know I've worked in person on individual basis, but as a group, I think this is amazing. What you're doing is bringing so many professionals under the same roof, and it's totally my pleasure to be here. So thank you so much, everyone. I'll briefly introduce myself. I am a couturier. I make custom outfits, mainly bridal, for red carpet events, which are kind of on the back burner these days. But I'm a couturier. I'm a feature designer in some of the magazines like Vogue, British Vogue, Harper's Bazaar Bride, BBC World, and some other platforms. So it's been a great journey for me. But I never restricted myself just being a designer. I like to explore a lot of other things also. So currently, we're actually, I'm working on a film. I'm the director and the producer of a film that's based on the impact of COVID on the fashion industry. And some of you are familiar, Melissa, Kat, Sharon, we've been working on this. It's a beautiful concept. And I thank you so much, all of you, for such wonderful contributions in this documentary. So that's another thing. I think we're trying to bring the insights of how the industry is suffering. And we're talking to not just the designers, I think anybody who's directly, indirectly related to the industry, how it is impacting us, but at the same time, how everybody's coming up with new ideas to sustain, to the new ideas to, just adapt this as a new normal. So that's also one of the main ideas of the documentary, is to bring an insight of how to adjust yourself to the new normal, bringing out new ideas, new innovations. We're moving faster than time, I think, from the past 1 year. And sustainability, I think the hot topic of all times these days. There's one thing which I would like to share that's changing in my type of business as a couturier is I'm trying to bring more natural, introducing more natural fabrics and clothes made out of natural fibers, such as cotton. I come from India, so the cotton is, it's like a homegrown fabric over there. I've seen this process starting from the plant itself to how the yarn is made and then converted into fabrics and the final product. So it's totally my pleasure to be introducing, the pure linens and the pure cotton stuff, as opposed to a lot of luxury stuff that I was doing, which is kind of changing right now, keeping in mind how COVID has impacted. So those are the new beautiful fabrics that are coming in, more breathable, more comfortable. That's a new normal, is the comfort. People are looking for more comfort in their clothing. So yes, there are these kind of changes, and I'm glad that I got this opportunity to share with all of you today. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you for joining us. And do you have any date on when the film that you're making is going to be released?
Well, it should be, Melissa, it's in the editing stages.
Okay.
We thought we're going to be bringing it out probably anytime in June, but I think it would take another month or so. So hopefully by July it should be out, and we're trying to pitch it to some good platforms so people can see that, even trying to take it to the universities on the educational level, because it's so informative. When I was interviewing professionals for the documentary, every single time I was talking to a professional, it was taking my knowledge to a different level. There's so much that you learn from them. So I think it's very, very educational, more than anything else. So hopefully within the next 2 months or so.
Ranuka, did you interview any of the on the funding side? Because
actually, yeah. Oh, that's a good point. I think that was something which was there in my list, but somehow I didn't get an opportunity to do so, but I would love to. I'm still open to
because
be.
I have a list, since I've been fundraising, I have a list of VC who invest in fashion. There's many of those, but I think that you should, not you should, but it's an interesting thing, because when I talk to them, personally I feel heartbroken, because basically their take on it was basically just, their take on it were small, medium-sized brand table scrap. Nobody's interested. You're gonna go out business, and Amazon and LVMH is gonna take over the world. That's it.
Right.
That's the stuff that they, and then it makes it very hard for small, medium-sized brand, even if they have really good balance sheet, to even raise any funding or get any funding. And that's one point. Another point is I just met somebody who organized the on-demand film festival that is going to be in July. And I just met him, and basically these were for you to pitch for Netflix and Hulu and all these film festival. I'm going to get you in touch with them.
Thank you so
happen
much.
1 week before Cannes. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh, when I was listening to you guys, I knew there's a lot more that I'm going to be learning today. So that would be great. And we can, if you can
let's
walk me through the process, I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you.
And
that's really awesome.
We have another member who she did like an actual movie with a team, and they've gotten all over in just like so many film festivals. So I could connect you with her.
Beautiful.
And I'm sure it's very like time consuming to enter them all, but it'll be such a unique perspective, then very, very timely.
No,
right.
absolutely.
It might become like a new, what do you call it? A new documentary. You can do like a little expose on, slave labor. Just follow. Yeah.
Right.
Big brands.
Yeah, there's so much. I think there's so much that once we start digging, there's so much more to it. And it's ironical the way we started this documentary to where we are right now. I wish if it's really funny, the whole story of when it first started to when the pandemic started, everything changed so much. And as we are interviewing, even the the outline of the story is changing. But I think that's the beauty of a documentary, is that the more you get into it, the more you discover, and hopefully the end product is based on some really conceptual ideas and some facts that people need to know about the industry. So I would really appreciate everybody's help with this project.
Yeah, we definitely, just let us know what you're needing, and we'll all do everything we can to connect you to the right people.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you so much.
Let's see, Daniel. How are you doing? How's the blog going?
The blogging is going extremely well. I'm busy as I've ever been for the last 14 months now, since the very day we were declared a pandemic, every single day since. I mean, what I do is fashion entertainment, but I'm also I've been a vital public service for COVID-19, with what I write about, and with even celebrities and other designers. I mean, making the public aware about like guidelines, and also how unemployment and employment numbers have been affected in these past 14 months. Plus, I've also made a conscious effort to write about more sustainable pieces, like I've been hearing about now, and also even within my daily people I write about. I mean, sustainable. The takeaway that I see happening after this, let's see, comforts as far as the intimates and lingerie industry is concerned, they're going to have a front row seat at the table for a while. They're going to be the ruling class, I'd say, for another 12 to 18 months. However, the bra industry is going to be changed for good now that they've finally gone through the upheaval of wires not being as comfortable and fitting for their customer base anymore. So they're going to be changed forever. They're going to rethink how they design their bras and intimates. And let's see. And also by this, but what I can think of, like, I thought about this 2 weeks ago. We were talking about sustainability, and I would say unofficially, my blog is sustainable by design. I don't produce anything. I don't sell anything. I write my content through cellular phone or laptop, all made by Apple, which is a zero carbon net-based company already. So, and I don't have any employees. So
that's a great way to look at it.
Yeah.
Well, can you share a link to your blog in the chat? So everybody can follow you and see what you're writing about?
Absolutely. Yeah, my latest that I just submitted was as I was saying, through a Curve of Fashion Snoop's forecast. I mean, I wrote about what they see, and also what I had here, like how well, my opinion, comforts, like I said, are going to be a ruling class for a while, but we're getting back to normal, to true normal, but new normal is still it's still there.
It's better than, we've got a lot to be thankful for getting through this. It's been a really, really hard year, but definitely we've got to have better days ahead, I'm sure. Well, it's let's see, it's about time for us to turn off. And so I want to thank everybody for joining us, and thank you to Chandra and Amy and Brianni and Eleanor, who was off video today, so we didn't get to talk to them, but hopefully next time we can have you guys on live too. Definitely reach out to me if you have any questions, or you want to make any connections with anybody that you heard from today. And I hope everybody has a great weekend. Bye.
Melissa.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank
thank
you.
you.